Hello everyone, in today's video I'll show you how to crochet this chunky heart shoulder bag. I hope you will enjoy this video and let's get into it. So to make this bag you will need any super chunky yarn with a 10mm hook, then pair of scissors and stitch marker. If you've got big enough needle for your yarn, that's great. If not, we will be using our hook to hide the tails. And I have here a Macrame yarn, which is recommended to be used with 9mm hook or needles, but I will be using a 10. And this is 250 grams, and I will be using 2 of those in total. So if you have any other super chunky yarn, this does not have to be this type of cord. It is quite hard to work with, especially when crocheting, so you can use any other super chunky yarn to make this. If you use any other weight though, your bag will not turn in the size that mine will, so be careful of that and make sure that you're using super chunky. So starting with one of the hearts, you want to make a slip knot and then chain 9, then skip the first 2 and into the third one make a double crochet, into the next one do another double crochet, in the next one here do 3 double crochets, and in the next one another 3 double crochets. So once you're done 7 double crochets into one chain, there's one more chain left which we will skip, because if we were about to do the 7 double crochets into that, it would spread quite a bit, so I'm just gonna leave it there and ignore that chain. We will close this hole later with the tail, so don't worry if it does get big. This is completely normal. But yeah, once you've got 7, your work would have turned upside down. So we worked our chain, and by doing those 7 double crochets we now have our work this way up. Now we want to double crochet the next 4 together, so this one, this one, this one, and this one. And to double crochet together you want to yarn over, go into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and do this 3 more times. So yarn over, go into the next one, pull up a loop and pull through 2, then again into the next one, pull through 2 only, and one more time in the next one, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Try to keep it as tight as possible, and once you did 4 of them you will have 5 loops on your hook, so yarn over and pull through all of them. Pull it tight, and this is how it will look so far. Then into the next one you want to do 6 double crochets in that one stitch. And that's my 6th one. Now you want to find your first double crochet of the round. So you've got 3 there, 1 and 1, so it's this one there. Put your hook in, pull up a loop, and make a slip stitch. And this is how the first round will look like. So ignore any of the holes that you might have, we will be hiding them later. And once you did your slip stitch, you're ready to do round 2. Now for the second round, you want to start with that same stitch that you made your slip stitch in, and we will do 2 half double crochets inside. So yarn over, go into that same stitch, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3 loops. Then 1 more half double crochet into that same stitch, and that's it. I would recommend grabbing stitch marker and marking your first stitch of the round so that you don't get confused when you need to slip stitch it together. And I'm marking my first half double crochet here. Then in the next 4 stitches you want to make 1 half double crochet in each. After you made those 4 half double crochets, in the next stitch you want to do 3 double crochets, and it's all in one stitch. So that's 3 double crochets all in one stitch. Then again you want to do 4 half double crochets in the next 4 stitches. Then in the next stitch it's 2 half double crochets, so both of them into that same stitch. And then again 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Then in your next stitch it's 3 half double crochets, and same into the next, so another 3 half double crochets. then 2 half double crochets in next, single crochet in next one, and then crochet 2 together. So pull up a loop in the next one, pull up a loop in the next one, and pull through all 3 loops. This is how you crochet, single crochet them together. Then we will be repeating those same exact steps. So we did single crochet here. This is where we're gonna do single crochet as well. Then 2 half double crochets in the next one, then 3 half double crochets in next, one more time, 3 half double crochets in the next one, and in your last one, 2 half double crochets. This is your slip stitch that you made, so you don't have to make any stitches in there, and you want to slip stitch it with this first half double crochet of the round. So I'm just gonna take my stitch marker out and I'll do my slip stitch. And this is how it will look after second round. For your round 3, you want to start by doing 7 half double crochets in the next 7 stitches. So starting with that same one where you have your slip stitch, yarn over and go into that same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Then repeat this another 6 times. And as always, don't forget to stitch mark your first stitch, because stitch count is really important. Otherwise your heart might not turn out in the shape that it should be. So the stitch marker really helps to identify your first stitch of the round. So I've got 2 now. That's my third half double crochet. And my last 7th half double crochet. Now in the next stitch you want to make 2 double crochets. So yarn over, go into your next stitch, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Then another double crochet into that same stitch. And then into the next stitch, another 2 double crochets. Now in the next 8 stitches you want to do 1/2 double crochet in each. Now in the next 6 stitches we will do 2 half double crochets in each, so half double crochet increase in the next 6 stitches. Into that same one I'm doing my second one, then again into the next one 2 half double crochets as well. In the next one 2 half double crochets, then again 2 half double crochets, then again 2 half double crochets, and I think that's 5 now. 1 2 3 4 5, so one more time 2 half double crochets, now in the next 2 stitches 1 single crochet in each, so there's going to be 1 single crochet there, 1 in the next one, and now the next 4 stitches, so 1 2 3 and 4 single crochet together. So this means I will be pulling up 1 loop in the next 4 stitches and try to keep them as tight as possible. This will bring you to 5 loops on your hook. Then you will need to yarn over and pull through all these loops on your hook. Pull it tight. And now in the next 2 stitches 1 single crochet in each, then in the next 6 stitches 2 half double crochets in each, just like we did on the side there. And when you complete your 2 half double crochets in the 6 stitches, you should have 1 stitch left. Bear in mind that this doesn't count as a stitch because that's a slip stitch that you did to join the round. And in this next one you will need to do 1 half double crochet, and then slip stitch it with your first stitch of the round. And this is how it will look after 3 rounds. And for the next and last round, starting into that same stitch that you did your slip stitch, make 1 half double crochet, So that's one. I'm just gonna mark that first stitch, and in the next 8 stitches make 1/2 double crochet as well. And once you're done, you should have 9 half double crochets. Then in the next stitch, do 3 double crochets all in one stitch. So that's 3 all in one stitch. And then in the next 12 stitches, do 1 half double crochet in each. And this is how it will look after doing 12 half double crochets. Then in the next stitch you want to do an increase, so 2 half double crochets in one stitch. And then half double crochet in the next one. And you want to repeat those 2 stitches another 3 times. So increase, 1 half double crochet, increase, 1 half double crochet, and one more time, increase, 1 half double crochet. So I'm just doing my increase of 2 double crochets in one stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next one. Then again, increase in the next one. One half double crochet in next. And one more time, increase in the next one. And 1 half double crochet in the next one. In the next stitch, do 2 single crochets, so 2 single crochets in one stitch. That's 1 and 2. Then in the next one, 1 single crochet, and 1 more single crochet in the next one. Then single crochet 2 together, so this one and this one. Pull up a loop in first, pull up a loop in the second one, and pull through all loops, pull it tight. Then in the next 2, 1 single crochet in each. So that's 1 and 2. In the next one, 2 single crochets, so single crochet increase, and in the next one it's gonna be 1 half double crochet, then 2 half double crochets in next, and we will repeat that total 4 times. So 1 half double crochet in the next, 2 half double crochet in the next one, and then repeat this 3 another times. So 1 half double crochet in next, increase in the next one, Then 1/2 double crochet in next, increase in the next one, and one more time, 1/2 double crochet in next, and 2/2 double crochet in the next one. And after doing this, you should have 3 stitches left without this slip stitch, so 1, 2, 3, and this one doesn't count, in which you want to do 1/2 double crochet in each. Then take your stitch marker out and do a slip stitch with your first stitch of the round. Chain 1 to secure it, and you can now finish it off because we only be doing 4 rounds in total. This is how it will look. Then cut your yarn, leaving a bit of a tail, pull it through, and having your work from the wrong side, hide your tails in. So I don't have a big needle that I could use for such thick yarn, so I will need to do this with my hook. If you have, that's great, you can use it, and I bet it's gonna be easier. Or if you're using super chunky yarn, that might not be as hard as this one. But yeah, just do your best hiding that tail in. And what I'm doing is I'm just basically going 1 stitch by 1 stitch and pulling it through on my wrong side. So I think that's pretty secure. I'm gonna cut this one off, and then you will need to hide your initial tail as well. So yeah, just repeat doing this and hiding those tails until you think that it's gonna be secure. And once you complete one heart, you will need to go ahead and make second one just exactly the same. And the last thing we need to make is a handle. So you want to grab your yarn, make a slip knot, and with that same 10mm hook, chain 7. Then starting into second chain from your hook, yarn over and go into that stitch, pull up a loop and come back, yarn over and pull through 3 loops to do a half double crochet. Same into the next one, and repeat this in all of the chains. This will leave you with 6 half double crochets for the row, and the stitch number will not change throughout your rows. You will be basically repeating same row over and over until the handle is long enough. and once you do your last stitch, chain 1, then turn your work, and again do 6 half double crochets for your second row. At the end, chain 1 and keep doing those rows. I'm gonna do mine and I will meet you at the end. And you will need to repeat those 6 half double crochets until you have 60 rows in total. This is how it will look. Of course, you could make more or less rows depending on how long you want your handle to be, but once you are happy with it, I did chain 1 at the end here, and I'm gonna finish off with quite a bit of a tail. I'll pull it through, and if your yarn splits like mine does in multiple plies, you can split it up and join using a needle, or use your chunky yarn to join it, but since it is quite bulky, I'm gonna split it up and then use one of the strands for sewing. So you then want to fold your handle in half, having it wrong sides in, and using my needle and one of the strands I separated, I'm gonna go in and sew it together. If you're using your chunky yarn, you can join it by doing slip stitches, but yeah, I will be joining it with my needle just by going into every single of those half double crochets, just like this, until the very end. At the end, I'm just gonna secure it by making a knot, and then I will hide the tail in. And I will do the same thing with those two tails as well by going in and hiding it, and this is how it will look from the good side. And yeah, this is how your handle will look all joined up. It's gonna be one continuous strap. Then you will need to grab one of the pieces that you made, and we will join it around the sides, leaving this bit open. So what you want to do is find your crochet 2 together stitch, and from that count 12 stitches to both sides, not counting the one you crocheted together. So I'm gonna be counting from this one 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12, and this is where I will start joining my handle, and same with the other side, so it is symmetrical on both sides. Then you want to grab your handle, have it wrong side out, and place the seam where you joined it, where the pointiest point of the heart is. And we will start joining from this stitch, the 12th one from here, with the side of our handle. And I have one strand separated with my needle, and I've got about 2-3 meters of it. I'm gonna insert it from that 12th stitch and go through both the heart and handle. So I just inserted my needle into that 12th stitch, and I'm gonna leave quite a bit of a tail here so that I can hide it later. And just like that, I will be going stitch by stitch and joining it all together with all of the stitches till I reach the other side of the 12th stitch. You could also do this by going with your hook and doing slip stitches. My yarn is too thick for this, so I'm just gonna go with needle. So I'm just gonna repeat this until I come all around, and I will meet you at the end. And then once it is joined to one side, you will need to do exact same thing with the second one on the other side. Just make sure that you have it wrong sides out when you join it, and I will meet you at the end for the final result. And then this is how it will look all finished up. You will need to hide any of the tails that you might have left, and then that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in my next one.